All right, welcome to the CHRILLCAST. I'm Will.
And go ahead. You.
And we're Billy. Both of us.
And I'm Timmy, and he's Billy. Same time.
Welcome, guys. Go ahead and tell everyone about your channels.
Go ahead, Billy.
I'm Billy. I make some kind of content. Actually, I make a new video. It's coming out today, I think. We'll figure it out. But I make video gaming content. I love video games. It's really fun. And I'm the guy who cuts out all the breathing and stuff. So it's actually a funny gaming video. And I make Wish videos and stuff. And it's really good time.
The best part, though. You know, like
gotta get intimate with it.
It helps me remember. Breathe. And I'm Timmy. I'm got the channel Tell Me More, and it's really just random. It's a lot of internet culture stuff, but it's also like things that I find interesting, like Alex Trebek, and that's about it. Yeah.
That's about it. Holy Ghost fire. That's
televangelists, all that fun stuff. We touch on a lot of bases. There's more than Alex Trebek.
Yeah. And I'm sure as everyone sees, this is that weird parallel universe when Chris doesn't actually come on the podcast. So it's going to be more fun this week, obviously. It is Manic Monday, and I'm sure everyone knows Manic Monday, we cover some quick topics and then jump into a more in-depth topic. So for our first quick topic, Chris Lee has left Halo Infinite. This is the third major person that they've lost in the last year. Do you guys have any opinions on this? Do you think Halo Infinite is ever going to come out, and what kind of state is it going to come out in?
I'm worried. I'll be honest. I'm worried about it. Like I've been really excited that Infinite was going to drop and reshape my love for the Halo universe, and I love it. I still do. I'm not hating on anything, but every time you see people leave companies, Mass Effect, it usually puts out a really scary vibe, and it usually shows in the work. So I'm a little worried, but I'm still waiting to see.
Samesies. Yep, I just want it to be a big deal again. I want everyone to love Halo again. I miss those days, man. Great memories, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I was reading the article on it, and it almost seemed like Chris Lee's role had already been sidelined a couple months ago when Joe Staten came in. So was this already planned that for a couple months now that he was going to leave and Joe Staten was going to come in and, I don't know, either right the ship, or I really thought that Joe Staten was just going to work on the DLC for the campaign. He was going to continue the story, and the game was mostly done because it should be out next week. But I don't know. Was it always a plan for him to leave, or is this really just indicative of the fact that the game is really effed up right now?
Oh man, it's worrisome only because they don't have a guideline, and they don't have if they had an actual release date for it, I think I would be okay, he's leaving for a reason, but I don't know. It's
we
scary.
Knew more about it, less than the 2-minute campaign demo that we have, and we weren't getting all of our information on multiplayer from cookies. That would be nice.
Data mining, yeah.
Yeah, it was it's never good when that's your advertising campaign. It's someone buys some Oreos and it's hey, we revealed armor coatings today, and also all those other microtransactions. It's
that's so cool. I'll hold on to these for 2 years.
I know.
In 2 years, I'm gonna be really excited.
Yes. All right, so that's the first one. The second one, along the same lines, Cyberpunk got delayed.
Yeah. I'm really really sad about it. Really sad about it.
So, you guys think it's ever going to come out? What kind of state do you think it'll be, if it does?
It's going to come out. Yeah, definitely. Eventually. I just hope it's really, really, really good when it comes out, because there's no excuses if it's not amazing, It has to be amazing.
I'm going to beat this tangent into the ground. I think that I'd rather them...
While wearing my Cyberpunk...
Yeah, sponsored by Cyberpunk. But...
Get him, sorry.
I think... I knew we were going to talk about this. I was really excited to talk about this. But I think that, honestly, I'd rather have a game that keeps delaying... Not Halo Infinite. They don't have a date, so that's different. But Cyberpunk... CD Projekt Red has put so much time and effort and love into everything they've made. And I literally just listened to an entire documentary, short documentary about CD Projekt Red and everything they've gone through. And they're really, whether or not a lot of people believe it, they're really passionate about the things they make. I personally didn't like The Witcher 3. but which you can put that everywhere.
Yeah.
But
oh my god,
Yeah, you're the only one with that opinion.
I know.
Wow.
But they put a lot of time and effort into the stuff they make, and it really like they actually care about the things they put out. And if they need a little bit more time to do it, I hate to say it, but like they can have it, man. Like as long as it comes out good,
That's what I'm saying. It has to be good. There's no excuse if you're going to keep pushing it back.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there's the big thing that's happening that I'm not going to say, but
yeah,
that's still no excuse. Quit that.
Exactly, it's not.
Quit pushing it back. Factor that in.
Yeah, I mean, what do you feel about them releasing it in chunks, where they like release like the first 3 hours, or say like 10 hours because it's a CD Projekt Red game, and then like in a couple months, like say like in March, they'll release the third part of the game, or the 2/3 of the game, and then the last third.
Is that something they've talked about doing?
No, but I wouldn't be surprised. Apparently, they're thinking about doing it to Halo. That's why it made me think of it.
Really, I would imagine that's not how they've like structured it out. They're probably whatever they're working on now. I imagine it's not the end of the game. So it would be tough. But I'd be down with that. Heck yeah, sure. Give us something. That'd be neat. But I'd also just. It's all or nothing for you, or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
okay.
All right. Okay, hang on. Not to hate on it, but they did that with Baldur's Gate 3. Like they early accessed it, and then like me, I was like, heck yeah, dude! Like I'll buy it right now. And I played through the first act, and I have been the saddest person in the world because I can't go past.
I'm not falling for that twice.
You can't get me again, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just hope it comes out. Like I'm really looking forward to that game, and I don't know. I'm gonna be sad Keanu Reeves if it keeps getting delayed.
Coming out right before Christmas, right? It'll be fine.
Yeah. It'll be fine. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into our main topic. So, at least in my opinion, I think Microsoft is killing it with this viral marketing that they're doing. Like, they're really embracing the meme culture right now. How do you feel about Microsoft's marketing versus PlayStation's marketing?
Well, you're definitely right about Microsoft. Like, they're doing what's trendy now, which is just to lean into the meme, ultimately. Yep. Like, if you're getting made fun of, if you get offended, then you suck, and if you make fun of yourself, then everyone stops talking about it. So
everyone loves you.
Yeah, make the fridge, do whatever you got to do.
Exactly.
That's great. I'm proud of them for.
I'm a little sad that fridge doesn't have a screen on it. It should have been like a smart fridge. So you're like they're playing Halo on the Xbox.
Right. And like PlayStation should have had Keanu come out or somebody with a giant coat on, giant collars. They should have leaned into their meme as well too.
Yeah, but, or actually have the router.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Every PlayStation comes with this new router.
How hard is it to make a router?
Yeah, exactly.
Billy, thoughts? Anything?
I really give them a lot of credit for it. I think it's really funny. Because I think it kind of goes back to even what me and Will were talking about right before we started, when Xbox dropped the Xbox One and everybody was trashing it for looking like a VCR and everything, and and then PlayStation did that little sly jab where they were oh, this is how you share our games, and handed them the disc, and I like that Microsoft is actually jumping into the like Timmy said, I like that they're jumping into it and not just ignoring it or making things that completely are memeable and are jokeable, but aren't trying to do that, trying to make it as serious as possible. So I think it's funny.
Yeah. So I think we all agree that it's pretty awesome and it's pretty funny. Do you think this will actually translate to sales though?
No.
Is it too hard to tell?
I don't know. Honestly, I mean,
be a market analyst. Come on.
Not really, to be honest. I think it will. I think whoever's going to buy an Xbox has already decided they're going to buy Xbox. I think there's very few on the fence, and the deciding factor is who's advertising to rich grandmas that aren't quite sure. You know what I mean? He said that. Honestly, Xbox probably won't sell as many consoles because a lot of people are going to buy the weird version of the last Xbox that they think is the new Xbox, which has already been happening. Amazon was plus 700% on the sales of the One XS or some whatever. I don't know how. I can't keep up, and I am an Xbox guy. But whatever the last one is, sold 700% more than it was selling the months previous because people thought that it was the new one. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, man. There's a whole clueless segment out there, and I'm working on the market analytics, but It's not looking good.
It's not looking good.
More questions than answers at this
They
point.
should have named it the Xbox 6 and been done with it. Because then it's better than the PlayStation, and it's the next one, so you're good.
Right.
Well, that was like even when like I worked at Unmentionable Place, I went there like when that day happened and they sold all of the systems. Like, no joke, I probably had like at least 5 Xbox One X's returned from the website because people were like, "Yeah, it's not what we thought." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right. Like, I'll give you the money back."
You thought you got an amazing deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, that sucks. Yeah. So, I mean, you have any more to say about this? I mean, honestly, like, they're all kind of short topics, and I was just curious what you guys thought was about the Power Your Dreams ads versus the Play Has No Limits. And also, do you think that those are not? I realize they're catchphrases, but do you think they're actually true to the consoles?
I'll be honest. I'll be like dead honest, and I know you boys both are green men, and I'm a little blue boy, but I really like the Play Has No Limits. At least, like, I think what we got to see, and even Power Your Dreams is fine too, but
boring.
But but they like with all of the new technology that aren't just focusing on the graphics and focusing on like how well their solid state is loading levels and how quickly like you're able to jump from level to level, or how loading screens are basically thrown out the window. Like, I really, it is marketing BS, but I do think that they are kind of catchy enough for me to be like, okay, these are like big upgrades from the systems we've known before, and it's not just like going from 4K to like a little bit better 4K. Like, it actually just is powerful.
And how noble of like PlayStation and Xbox and mainly just those two, to not be like Apple and Samsung and companies that are like, every year you need to buy a brand new one because last one we already made it suck a little more than it already was sucking. Like,
yes,
it's been, how many years? When was you guys know, I'm sure, the release of the Xbox?
6 or 7 years. I can't remember now. It's 2014.
Yeah, I think you're about
2013.
right.
Right. It seems right. Yeah. I mean, that's respectable, in my opinion. It's just something I wanted to throw out there that has nothing to do with our initial conversation.
No, I mean, I totally agree with you. This has been a really long development cycle, and I honestly appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I realized we had like the mid-generation like upgrade, which lengthened it. But even with that, I appreciate that both of them waited till 2020. However, I was talking to Billy about this earlier, that they should really just like launch in like maybe March, because they have no systems to give anybody. So they should delay it because of certain circumstances in the world.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so honestly, like, the Play Has No Limits, I feel like makes more sense for the Xbox, in all honesty, because they have like the X Cloud now, so you can play on your phone. So like, there removes the limit. You don't have to be by your TV or your console. And they also just announced, like, they re-announced really, that all of the Xbox One games, anything that plays on Xbox One, plays on Series X day one.
Wow.
So that's really cool. I mean,
That's
I
noble.
don't think that's ever happened before.
Right.
And they're also planning on adding more backwards compatible titles of the 360 and the original Xbox. So again, it's really cool that
Didn't we kind of get burned on that last time, though? I feel like being told that before, with there's going to be a bunch of backwards compatibility, and then like it just
honestly, like, every game that I play backwards is there. So like, I'm already satisfied.
Okay.
However, I mean, there's a couple that don't work very well. So like Munch's Odyssey, I'll be talking about that on Friday. Is like one of my favorite games, but the audio is off, which is half of the charm of the game, because like they burp and fart and stuff, and you can't hear it when you play it on the 360 or on the Xbox One.
No, I agree. That's the thing that kind of got me like going with like what Timmy said too, like and I will like throw junk at my blue boy for a minute. They like, when they did their marketing, like they put out like an ad that was like, it said like it was all the compatibility it was going to have, and then it said like PS5, PS4, and then like PS4 something. I think it was the Now games, but then like it had like 3 more empty brackets that like you would obviously be like, oh, that's awesome, like PS3, PS2, PS1, and then like that marketing got like thrown somewhere and nobody's ever mentioned it since. But like I feel that, man. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I was really hoping that the PlayStation 5 was gonna be backwards compatible with all of the games, because I like, at this point, I'm so invested in the Xbox that carrying all of my stuff to the new Xbox is what is a selling point for me. Whereas jumping into a completely new system like the PlayStation, like there's a lot of games that I've missed that I want to play, and I don't necessarily want to have to go through and buy several systems to do that, which is why I haven't really gotten into it yet. I got the PlayStation 3 recently, and I'm enjoying the PlayStation 3 games, but like I want PlayStation 4 games. I want the new PlayStation 5 games.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that. As a green guy as well.
Yes.
And I was a Blue Man Group back in the PS2 days, you know.
Yeah.
But
I had a PlayStation 2 as well at that time. It was actually my brother's, but I played like Metal Gear Solid on it. I don't know which one was out on that system, but I also played a like motocross game, and I sunk many hours into
I
it.
feel like I remember what game
It was like an essentially open world motocross game.
Right. Yeah, I just remember like riding sand dunes. Just yep.
Y'all just trying to say you're part of the blue group. Get out of the blue group.
No, I am not part of it.
It's fine. It's good.
No, I remember those.
The thing is, like, what's really funny about this is that it was not until like sort of recently, I think the end of the 360 or the beginning of the Xbox One, where I actually realized there was such a thing as a console war. Because like, I don't know, I didn't realize that there was like so much competition. Like, I just got like, you know, there's a couple games you wanted, so you bought that system, and then your buddy had the other one, so you went over to his house to play that one.
Right. I mean, that's why the argument is Microsoft needs more titles, because that's that's the best talking point.
I mean, didn't you know, like, next week they're going to announce they just bought PlayStation?
They're all our titles.
I know, exactly. I would honestly be like, it'd be really cool, but also like very upsetting if that happened.
Right.
What if they bought Nintendo? I think that's actually more likely.
Hey, at least they're playing nice together now, finally.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not gonna lie, like one group, it took a long time to come. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it was.
Yeah.
You know,
it's the other color in my screen, but you know.
Right.
Yeah. I guess this is completely unrelated, but do you guys think that any more Microsoft titles are coming to Nintendo, and do you think any Sony titles will come to Nintendo?
I would really like to see Conker's Bad Fur Day get moved over, but you know, keep killing my dreams one at a time.
Yeah,
but
let's just put Rare Replay on it.
That would be. I actually would really like that. That would transfer over really well, in my opinion. Like, God, it would be really cool.
You said Conkers, and now I can't finish the segment. I just got to think about that game for a while. So,
all right, well, on that, let's go ahead and sign off. All right, as always, I'm Will.
And I'm Billy.
And I'm Timmy.
And we'll catch you on the next CHRILLCAST. Bye, guys.